Okay, let's call this council meeting of April the 9th to order. And I would like to acknowledge that we're holding this meeting on the unceded lands of the Mi'kmaq. Let's stand for the singing of O Canada. O Canada, our home and native land, true patriot love in all of us command. With glowing hearts we see thee rise, the true north, strong and free. From far and wide, O Canada, we stand on guard for thee. God keep our land glorious and free. O Canada, we stand on guard for thee. O Canada, we stand on guard. Okay, record of attendance. Can we have a motion to excuse Councillor Cleveland? Okay, moved and seconded. Any discussion? He's let us know that he will be back very shortly. All those in favor? Aye. Contrary? Motion carried. Thank you. Any declarations of conflict of interest, anyone? We're good there? Okay, approval of agenda. The recommended motion is the agenda be approved as circulated. Okay, moved, seconded. Any discussion? All those in favor? Aye. Contrary? Motion carried. Okay, approval of minutes. And we have Town Council meeting March 12th, please. Okay, Deputy Councillor Hatfield, any discussion? All those in favor? Aye. Contrary? Motion carried. And Committee of the Whole, March 26th, please. Councillor Hatfield, Deputy Mayor, discussion? All those in favor? Aye. Contrary? Motion carried. No public hearing. 10A is capital budget 2026-27. And the motion there is that Council approve the 26-27 capital budget as presented. So we did have, our CFO did present this to us. We did ask if there were any questions and through email or visiting his office, and there were no questions. So if anybody has any now, you can certainly bring them forward. Otherwise, we could be ready this evening to.
Move to accept as presented.
Thank you, Councillor Dares, seconded by Councillor Hatfield. Any discussion? All those in favor? Aye. Contrary? Motion carried. Okay, new business. Mariner Center Bridge financing. So we have had this discussion. The recommended motion there is that Council authorize the Mariner Center Management Authority to borrow an amount not exceeding $1,900,000 by way of loan or debenture from the Coastal Financial Credit Union, CFCU, on terms mutually acceptable to the lending institution and MCMA. That the intention of borrowing is for the temporary financing of the project until its completion, to which the MCMA will secure a fall debenture from the province of Nova Scotia at the rates, terms, and conditions as stated by the province at that time. The temporary borrowing from CFCU shall be extinguished in full using funds from the fall debenture. The loan shall be repayable over a term not exceeding 1 year, with interest at a rate to be negotiated with CFCU and approved by the Chief Executive Officer or the MCMA Board Chair. And the loan shall be secured by the building and by other security as required by the CFCU. Can I have that motion, please, on the floor? Okay, Councillor Hatfield and Councillor Lesser. Discussion. I have a question. So with interest at a rate to be negotiated and approved by the CEO or the MCMA board? Chair? Is that correct? So it doesn't need both? Okay. All right, any more questions? All those in favor? Aye. Contrary? Motion carried.
Your worship?
Yes, sir.
It did not say in the motion, but this is about the the floor replacement in Arena 1. That is the project. It refers to the project, but it doesn't spell out what the project
Okay.
is. Just so everyone's crystal clear on that. This is not the expansion. This is the floor project.
Okay, thank you. All right, NSFM Spring Conference, I just wanted to share a little bit about that. So at the end of the month, I think everyone knows we're hosting the Nova Scotia Federation of Municipalities Spring Conference. They have the spring one and the fall one. I mean, you also know that I've been involved from the beginning with NSFM, and I can't share all the work that's been done for municipalities, you know, everything from policies to funding and everything in between. Every municipal unit in Nova Scotia is a member, and we all benefit from their work. So the conference is, I don't usually talk about them, but this one's right across the street. We get to host it. It's right here in our hometown, in our region, so we don't have to stray far to benefit. Each of the conferences is different, and I just wanted to note what will be covered in this one. So the Minister of Municipal Affairs will start us off. We'll go into success stories from other municipalities, including a net zero project out of Pictou. Our own Dave Solos will share Communities in Bloom success and how we got where we are, and Wolfville will share their low barrier approach to active transportation, and every one of those we can take advantage of. The point of these is to take a look at what others around the province are doing and take what we can from it for our own information and action if we wish to do so. And of course, we can't do what we're not aware of. The Deputy Minister of Municipal Affairs will update us on a number of files, and they have a lot of big files that they're carrying right now. This one we just talked about, I think, at our water utility meeting. So West Hants will bring their drought program forward, something we can all benefit from because we're dealing with droughts in the region, so that would be an important one for us to take in and get information on that. There might be something there that can help us. Our astrotourism is going to be on the agenda as well. There will be stormwater strategy session, providing us not only with options, other options, but a better understanding of the decisions we have to make going forward. There's been a lot of stormwater stuff coming up. The Deputy Minister of Emergency Management will provide an update that will include the vulnerable persons registries, fire services, and more. So a great opportunity to ask questions on those. The Minister of Justice will provide a policing review. We were talking about that as well. Lots of work has been done on this front, and hearing that review will be helpful to see where we are and where we're going. NSFM's advisory committees will report on a number of very important issues that affect all of us. There's climate change, EDI, we have our own committee on that, so an update on that will be really helpful for us here. Municipal infrastructure, municipal autonomy, public safety, so all those will be covered. Where are we with the province in regard to these, and what are the good, bad, and ugly about these pieces that are brought forward. We will have the ADM of Environment and Climate Change and the Executive Director of Geoscience and Mines with Natural Resources. They'll bring the update, of course, on environment and climate change. There will be a presentation on AI, which we know we'll all have to deal with even more than we presently are, which will put me from about 0% to 1%. I'm not an AI, I don't understand it yet. But I will after this. As a panel, a panel will discuss the Strong Cities Summit where people from all over the world attended to see, you know, what is it globally that are challenges. And I did have that conversation, Councillor Bell, I don't know if you were at the table with Councillor Christina, but she was saying it was almost uncanny, the things that we're dealing with in Nova Scotia, they're dealing with all over the world, like all over the world. So it was good to see like the innovative approaches to dealing with some of those things. It's better than reinventing the wheel. And then, I mean, there's lots more, but the most important for me is the networking and the learning that takes place in that manner, which can't be replaced. So we're hosting it. We should all be there. It'll provide an opportunity to cover, if we're all there, all the sessions, because some are plenary and some are not. So they'll have two choices. And I always say, well, how do you pick which one you want to go to? But if we're there, then somebody can cover one and someone can cover another one. And we don't have to go to everything, because I know like people are working or they're busy or whatever it is, but at least we're home. So the question comes up, a lot, I know, about, you know, whether we should, not at the table, but sometimes from the public, should we go to conferences and upgrade our skills and learn how to do things better, which includes ways to get funded and lots more. But my opinion, the more we learn, the better we are for our constituents. I can't name any organization or business that doesn't have some type of training to ensure their representatives are provided ways to better represent their businesses or organizations. And with this right across the street, it's right in our backyard. I'm pumped. So anyway, I'm hoping we'll all be there. I don't know who's going and who isn't yet, but Lindsay can send the link again to sign up. And like I said, if we can't go to everything, at least we can go to something. And there's a couple socials as well, which is, it's the free time. People say social, and it's a party. It's never a party. It's a room where you're sitting with people that are doing the same thing we're doing, except they may be doing it differently. And so that's where you get how to do things differently or how to do things better or whatever. So anyway, I don't know if you have any questions, but I just wanted to let you know what's being covered there and to say thank goodness it's in our backyard. Okay. Tender results. Yarmouth Ferry Terminal bonded warehouse roof replacement. That council award the tender for the Yarmouth Ferry Terminal bonded warehouse roof replacement to East Roofing in the amount of $53,352, HST included. That's the one I said I would have to talk about. Okay, moved and seconded. Discussion. So I'm going to support it. We got to get to a place where we can fix this. I don't know. That terminal should not be ours. That's a lot for a small town to absorb. Okay, all those in favor? Aye. Contrary? Motion carried. Recommended motion on 11D that council award the tender for a new plow truck to East Coast International for $279,385.77 plus HST for a total cost of $318,499.77. Kelly, was that yeah, you making that motion? Oh, thank you. Moved and seconded. Discussion? What? What were you going to say?
Almost as much as a sidewalk plow.
If anybody here at council table wants to post a picture, just do the right one. I'll say this. I will say this. I know people that plow, and it costs a fortune for their equipment, and they're paying for it costs a fortune. It's hard to spend it, but it's important. We need to get the work done. And I did want to say as well, I don't know about you folks, but I got an awful lot of really positive, great comments about the plowing this year. Like, people said it was fast, they couldn't believe it. Sidewalks and all, a few, you know, when is it getting done, but that was, you know, not arterials or anything, so it was good. Deputy?
I think it's important just to mention that our last truck was from 2008, so we almost get 20 years out of this. So you spread this 300,000 over 20 years, it's quite different. Also the upkeep and, you know, the good job that Public Works does to make sure that it does last this long. So to me, it's an investment. I can't imagine when it snows if we didn't have proper equipment where we'd be. So just so the public knows, this is the lowest bid, and it comes in about $10,000 less than the other one. So just saying, I think it's a good investment, especially if we can get 20 years out of this one too.
Yeah. Good stuff. Anyone else? Okay, all those in favor? Aye. Contrary? Motion carried. Recommended that council award the tender for granular materials for the 2026 season to Quality Concrete, Inc., pending required testing. Moved and seconded. What's required testing? Council award the tender.
That meets the standards.
Oh, I see what you mean. Okay, all right. Okay, moved and seconded. Any more discussion? All those in favor? Aye. Contrary? Motion carried. Recommended motion that council award the tender for paving and patching for the 2026 season to Aberdeen Paving Limited. Moved and seconded. Discussion on this one? Go ahead, Deputy.
Two things. I see we usually only have two bidders, and Aberdeen is the closest and obviously the cheapest, so that's usually the route we go. So when people say, you know, why is it Aberdeen? Well, we could pay more, but at the end of the day, it's about, you know, tax dollars, and they're really the only one. The other thing is, we always used to get a list of what paving projects would be. Could we request that from Public Works, just so we know what's actually being done in the upcoming season as well? Thank you.
Do you want a motion for that after we finish this motion?
Well, let's approve the capital budget.
Okay,
So we don't have that yet. So when we
Yeah.
get that, then we
then
can
we can do that. Okay, you make that
provide the
motion
list,
after?
depending on how much money we have.
Yeah, so I did want to say too, if anybody wants to do a happy dance, we have gone from what we regular spend, 400,000, less than $500,000, to 1.5 million in paving. That's good. That's like almost 4 times as much, unless I'm wrong.
You're mostly right. No, it's absolutely right, but the caveat on that is that we've applied to the Trunks and Routes program, which is a provincial application program available for towns to cost share on specific trunks and routes extensions that come through town. So we've applied for that. If we're successful, then that's 50-50 cost shared with the province, and we'd be able to do that much paving this year.
Awesome. Okay. Any more questions? All those in favor? Aye. Contrary? Motion carried. Recommended motion that council award the tender for the sidewalk and curb program for the 2026 season to D's Decorative Concrete. Moved and seconded. Any discussion? Another question. If the budgets are, if the budgets are 26, 27, why don't we, does all this work get done in 26? Probably.
Yes, it gets done through the construction season 2026.
Okay, thank you. All those in favor? Aye. Contrary? Motion carried. Council Advisory Committees, Deputy Mayor.
Recommend a motion that council make no amendments to the property damage by fire or storm policy as recommended by staff.
So moved and seconded. Discussion? All those in favor? Contrary? Go ahead, Deputy.
recommended motion that council pass first reading to amend the public places bylaw to prohibit urinating and defecating in public.
No way. By people. So moved and seconded, yes. Okay, so I'm just looking, so I posted today about that. I think you all know. I just posted, I can't believe we have to do that, and there are reasons. There are reasons, but you know, it's funny because you can post a council meeting and you get 3 likes or 3 views. I posted a few hours ago, 113,000 people have seen this. And a lot, over 300 have commented on something like this. So yes, it happens, but I do want to make it clear for the public that you know, the RCMP simply requested that we update our policy, because right now the policy says dogs, and you know, you can't just let your dogs do that without cleaning up. And this was just to update it to say, sorry, humans as well. So it's just to update it. It's not because it's on every sidewalk, but it's happening, especially the urinating on sides of buildings and in the public parks. And I don't know about anybody else, but I don't want to take my grandchildren in a park and see that, much less the lady on the tracks that had a gentleman right in front of her, pull down his pants and defecate right there. So that's in front of her 4-year-old child. So not good. Yeah, not a gentleman. My apologies. You're right. So anyway, there's reasons for doing this. It's not going to change much, but it needs to be into a bylaw so that people can get fined. And if someone's doing that and they need help, then they can get that help. There's another way around getting people help. Any questions on that one? All those in favor? Aye. Contrary? Motion carried.
Recommended motion that council adopt the body-worn cameras policy as presented.
So moved. Seconded. Discussion? All those in favor? Aye. Contrary? Motion carried.
Recommended motion that council approve the financial document shredding list as presented.
So moved and seconded. Thank you, Councillor Lesser. Any discussion? All those in favor? Aye. Contrary? Motion carried. Okay. Citizen advisory, planning advisory. So I guess I'm chairing that now. I'll do that. Transition to digital public hearing notifications. The recommended motion is that council amend section 5.8 of the public participation program policy to change the name Acadia First Nation to Wassahopa First Nation. I have that one moved and seconded. Any discussion? And that was just an oversight, just going through the, okay, all those in favor? Aye. Contrary? Motion carried. And that council approve the proposed amendments to the Town of Yarmouth Public Participation Program Policy to formalize the use of digital public hearing notices for planning matters in accordance with Section 206 of the Municipal Government Act. Moved and seconded. Discussion on this one? All those in favor? Aye. Contrary? Motion carried. Okay, there's reports for information. If anybody had any questions? Any questions for committee chairs?
Question, just remind people that you would have received an invitation from Greg Shea to attend an informal discussion tomorrow afternoon at the airport. Caroline Starr, who's a Economic Development and Communications Consultant, has been involved with the airport file, and she will be in Yarmouth to just to discuss that. And all the municipal councils from the region have been invited, along with the federal MP and the MLA. So hopefully we'll have a turnout, and we'll have just an informal discussion. The airport file is going places, and it's an opportunity to get some of the information that I know Greg Shea, who's the CAO, wants to have a formal meeting presentation in the future, but this is an opportunity for people to get an update.
Okay,
So
so
tomorrow afternoon at 2 at the airport.
we didn't get that. I got it.
Oh, that should have gone out to all councilors. I'll look at the distribution list in the email, but I thought it went to everybody.
Okay,
Okay,
yeah, take a peek
I
at
will,
that.
I will, and if it didn't, I will make sure that the
Forward it.
council is informed.
Thank you for that. So
I'm
what's
glad I
that?
brought it up.
2 o'clock at the airport.
Yeah.
Yeah. Did you get it? Yeah, okay. Any questions for Councillor Dares on that one? He'll send that out if it's not gone, okay?
Sorry, I saw the 20 others listed in the,
Yeah, I don't,
along with the, and I assumed that went to all of you, but I will make sure that it goes to you.
could have gone to us, but 20 would have been, yeah, you're invited.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, everybody here is invited. And then there's going to be, I mean, you'll have a roundup if somebody can't make it, you'll have a,
Yes,
yeah,
absolutely.
okay, good. Okay. All right, so any more questions for committee chairs? Approval of invoices, that the various invoices be approved for payment. Thank you, Counselor. Deputy? Discussion? All those in favor? Aye. Contrary? Motion carried. And the date of the next meeting is May 14th. Hang on a second. I got to check May 14th. Okay. Looks good to me. Is that an issue with anybody? Not that, I mean, they're booked out a year ahead, but, and our MP is here that afternoon. Got that in the calendars? Okay. All righty. In camera, there's nothing in camera? Yeah. Okay. Motion to adjourn on this beautiful, let's call it spring. It's 6 degrees. Spring evening.